Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funk's Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funk's Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
Good evening and welcome to the Manitoba Sports Desk on the Manitoba Sports Network. I'm Rory McGoran, joined by Theo Tuktaluk. And right off the bat, we're going to have a guest here, the commissioner of the SEMHL and the Tiger Hills Hockey League, Wayne Descour, joining us. Wayne, how are you doing?
Great. Better than the weather outside.
Absolutely. Usually is. Okay, well, we obviously have to start with one league. I mean, obviously you're a busy guy. One wasn't enough. You picked up two. We'll start in the Southeastern Manitoba Hockey League. Playoffs just getting started around the corner tomorrow. Notre Dame, right where they left off last year, the defending champions, they get the bye. So what can you expect from them as they go on their way to make the two-peat?
Well, I know they're kind of looking forward to the bye. They've got a few little key injuries, and they're hoping the time off will get those guys back healthy and 100% ready to go. And we open up tomorrow night. We got Warren playing Winkler in one series. We got number 3, Morden playing Altona, and then our third series we're going to be Carmen playing Portage, the Islanders.
So we have 3 full series going on, starting up later this week. Tell us what team, Wayne, in your eyes, is that sleeper team that can maybe make that run and take that championship away from Notre Dame this year?
On any given night, Warren's got a very good team if they all get there. Carmen, I think, over the regular season have probably underperformed. In my estimation, the guys they've got on the roster, they're a great hockey team, and I think now the chips are ready to roll, and they could be they'll be a force to be reckoned with.
So a lot of these teams, I mean, you talked about the population of some of these towns. I mean, Carmen being a larger town, do you think that provides an advantage to a lot of these teams, or do players come from pretty much everywhere in southern Manitoba, wherever?
No, in the southeast we have an import rule. Teams are only allowed 2 out of area. We have a 30-mile radius, and you've either had to have played minor hockey in those towns, or you have to reside in that 30-mile radius.
So it's a local group of men, not boys anymore, but men, looking to bring the championship home for their small town.
Right on, yes.
Wow.
So what goes in it for you? I mean, like we mentioned, not just the one league, but the 2 Tiger Hills Hockey League playoffs are already on their way. A few of the opening round series have already been decided. One is left before we move on to the semifinals. But turning on to your standpoint, what goes into for you trying to organize both leagues and upwards of 20 teams?
Well, it's a little hectic right now, but you depend on the cooperation of the teams, and it's been very good. Touch wood, everything so far. All the teams have been very cooperative, and it's actually been pretty good.
And what can we expect in the Tiger Hills Hockey League? I mean, 6 teams remaining, or there's the 2 teams still battling for that?
And actually, when we get that down, there'll be 8 teams left. And I again, until somebody beats them, Killarney would have to be considered the favorite.
So we have Killarney on one side, we have Notre Dame on the other. Do you see that being like the inevitable matchup between those 2 hockey league teams at the end of it?
It could very well be. They could be here in about a month and a half time, representing their leagues in the provincial league championships, definitely. But like I said, there's a lot of hockey to be played. Warren's got a good team. Carmen's got a good team in the southeast. Killarney, Walnice has got a good squad. Neepawa's got a good squad in the East Division. And of course, Boiseville, they've got a real good squad there too this season.
Throughout the regular season, what player have you been able to watch and that really jumps off the page that's remaining here in the playoffs? I mean, you have Aaron Lewanduk, who was the MVP last year in the Southeastern Hockey League. Tyler Dittmer has 60 points in 20 games. What player do you go like, wow, this guy is maybe steps, leaps and bounds beyond a couple other players out here?
Like you said, Iwadnik, there's no question about it. Aaron is he's won the scoring race again this year, but he was tied this year. Matt Jingaris from Notre Dame. He was healthy last year. He was a little bit banged up. This year he's healthy, and we had a tie for the scoring champion in the Southeast. And with Dittmer was in the Southeast last year with Altona, moved over to the Tiger Hills now with Boissevain. Carberry folded in the Tiger Hills. A couple of their star players went over to join Dittmer in Boissevain and makes Boissevain a very, very competitive team, strong contender.
Okay. So you tell all these players they have to be within a certain radius of a certain town. How does that lead into the next question I'm going to ask you is comparability between the Southeast men's and the Tiger Hills hockey leagues. I mean, you've got teams like Killarney and teams like Notre Dame. Who's come out on top most in the last decade? Which league really, come playoff time is the playoff league? I mean, which one really shows off their best foot forward at the end of the season?
Well, both leagues have some real good teams, and then we've got some middle of the pack teams. And then unfortunately, like in the Tiger Hills, 13 teams. Are they all going to be, right top notch? No, it's probably, we've got, like I said, I always refer to it almost as 3 leagues in one. And the Southeast is probably, again, you've got a good echelon of the top 4 or 5 teams, and then a couple, stragglers on the bottom. But any given night in both leagues, if you don't come to play, you don't bring that A game, you could leave with an L.
So how many teams will make it eventually to that playoff, that final time?
The very final will be 4. There's 4 senior leagues right now in the province of Manitoba, and each league will send their champion, and they'll play a round robin series, and one of them will be declared the best senior team in the province.
Yeah, Wayne Descour joining us here, talking about the Southeast Manitoba Hockey League and Tiger Hills Hockey League. Go ahead.
So they just play a round robin and then that's it?
Round robin
and then seeding, semifinal, final?
Round robin, top 2 teams play in the final. 1 game showdown.
What's next for you now? I mean, obviously, 2 leagues here to deal with. One's in full force in the playoffs. One's just getting started. Not much free time.
No, this is a busy time of year. Every night we're getting game sheets in, and we lost our statistician, so I'm kind of covering off for him now. So it makes there's some nights it's 1 o'clock before you call it a day. 1 o'clock in the morning before you get 5-6 game sheets coming into you, and by the time you input them all, but it's fun. It is what it's and I deal with some good people. If I didn't deal with the people I deal with, I think probably just say the heck with it and play with the grandkids. But I got some real good it's like you say, there's 20 teams we're dealing with, and they're all managed and organized by some people that really care about it.
And played by players because they just love to play hockey.
That's right. That's what they do it for. They all got families. They all got to go to work Monday morning. Nobody's making any serious coin at this. They do it for the love of the game, and I'm just happy to be able to, help put my 2 cents in and make a little contribution to senior hockey game that we all love in this province.
Well, Wayne, we can't thank you enough for joining us here on the Manitoba Sports Desk. This interview is brought to you by Metal Master Auto Body, and when we come back, we get right into Westman High School hockey with Nathan Lywicki, and he'll also talk about the Brandon Bobcats, what's happening there in Brandon. Wayne, thank you so much for joining us, and with playoffs in full force, good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks very much.
We'll be right back here on the Manitoba Sports Network.
Are you looking for a career in the salon industry? Check out Aveda Institute Winnipeg in the Exchange. What sets us apart is our student mentorship program, 95% placement rate after graduation, real-world salon experience, and network of 7,000 salons and spas. You will learn creative cut and coloring, latest trends and techniques, social media marketing, fashion shows, photo shoots, and more. Now accepting applications for 2018, so check us out and book your tour today. Aveda Institute Winnipeg. Hair school the way it should be.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012 and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Curie with Farm Fitness. We're located in Ile-des-Chênes, Manitoba. We do everything from personal training, group training classes, yoga and flexible steel. We also focus on young athletes. We do not only just the strength and conditioning, but the agility, power, rotational control and strength, and flexibility, stability, and mobility is always super important. You can find us at farmfitness.ca and come check us out.
We're in our third year with the boys program. This year we've actually added girls to our program as well. We run from September till June. We have our own dorm set up now. It's a great exposure program, great development program for the fact that we're on the ice every day and we have workouts every day. We track our kids' grades closely, so the education is of utmost importance to us. And so it's an excellent program, and of course the Canadian Sports School League is the premier league and we're glad to be part of that.
We're going to switch volleyball because we know what's going on this weekend. What happened with the basketball team coming into the Winnipeg rinks here and playing the Westman? Was that going on this past weekend? Who clinched? Who did what there, and how well did they play?
Yeah, for basketball, we had the first round playoff game for the men's team. The women's team had a rough season. Only had 3 wins and didn't make it into the Canada West playoffs. The men's team was at Manitoba. Started strong in the first half, was up 40-35, but was really dogged by a lot of foul calls. In talking with head coach Gil Chung after the game, he talked a lot about the officiating. Thought that maybe they should have let the players play a little bit more, as opposed to whistling so much. There was such a discrepancy in free throws. I think it was 29 for Manitoba and only 13 for Brandon, and in the end, that was probably the big difference. Manitoba made 10 more free throws and won by 6 to advance to play UBC next weekend.
So is that the end of the season for both the men's and the women's team, and what do they have to look forward to coming into next year?
Yeah, that's definitely definitely the end of the season for both teams now. The women's team graduated 6 fifth-year seniors, so they're going to look a lot different next season for Novelle Thomas. I really don't even know what they're going to look like. It's going to be different seeing so many young and fresh faces on the team. The men's team only loses one guy, and that's big 6'11" center John Paul. So they bring back basically everybody. Coben Jock, who was kind of like the backup to Paul, started a lot of games late down the stretch, and so I don't think they're going to miss a beat that way. But they got to play defense. Both teams struggled on the defensive end all season, and that's got to be the big focus for both clubs going forward.
You mentioned the men's volleyball team were the team that clinched home court advantage first round of the playoffs. What can we look for regarding them, and who are they up against to try to get to the semis?
Well, they finished the season, obviously, like the women's volleyball team in Alberta against the Golden Bears this coming weekend. And Alberta's ranked 3rd in the country. Brandon's ranked 4th right now. And Brandon, actually, if they sweep Alberta, has a chance to actually finish as the 3rd seed, which would become really huge come later in the playoffs if Brandon ended up making the semifinals but losing. They would host that bronze medal match essentially for a trip to nationals. So that's how critical this weekend's matches are against Alberta if they sweep them. But more than likely, Brandon's going to end up playing Winnipeg in the quarterfinals, which, two provincial rivals, they go into it real well, and that promises to be likely a very long, exciting series.
Nathan Iwicki from the Brandon Sun, joining us on the Manitoba Sports Desk here. Nathan, anything else going around the talk to campus regarding Brandon sports?
Well, as far as BU goes, I mean, we're in futsal season, so it's not soccer. It's indoor soccer, but it's on a smaller surface, so that season's about halfway through. The men's team is actually, I think, 2nd right now in the Manitoba Colleges Athletic Conference. The women just got their first win this past Friday. The 2 ACC squads, they're struggling. They're looking for their first wins. But, on the ice, I mean, we've got the Westman High School Hockey League there's one more game on Tuesday. Dauphin is hosting Souris. But other than that season is done, and the top 8 seeds are set, minus a couple wild card games, and Vincent Massey Vikings, not the Winnipeg Massey team, finished 24-0 in the regular season. First time that's ever been done in that league's history, but still not ranked provincially in the top 10, which is somewhat surprising. But it's based on tournament play, and they haven't played a lot of tournaments, so I can see that.
No, that's definitely correct in saying that. It's funny seeing no provincial teams from the Westman area being provincially seeded within, alongside the Winnipeg teams, and their playoffs are going to start next week. Any teams that surprise you right now, Nathan, maybe being that, that sleeper team that could upset maybe Vincent Massey or maybe 2nd seed Dauphin?
Well, I really like Clarny Wawanesa, which was in the final last year against Massey, pushed them to 3 games. Probably actually should have won the title last year, but Massey ended up winning its 3rd straight league title. I look for them. They've got a lot of veteran guys up front, have a lot of scoring push. And then the other team, probably the surprise of the year to me is the Glenboro Carberry Boulder Wildcats. Just kind of out of nowhere after a couple of seasons where they struggled in towards the bottom of the league. Obviously having such an expansion, 4, 5, 6 new teams this year to 19 teams means they have in some more competition, but they played really well, and they're entering as the 6th seed. Actually, they play Clarny Wawanesa, so kind of the winner of that series to me is my kind of dark horse.
Very good, Nathan. So we've got these playoffs starting up. How many teams do you see maybe making? Is it just the champion that will make the provincial playoff later on in March, or is it going to be maybe potentially 2, maybe 3 teams?
Well, I don't think it'll be more than 2 teams, to be honest. I know that there's provincial qualifying, which is totally different than the actual league itself. So you could win the Westman High School Hockey League title, but not go to provincials. It's happened in the past, and I actually think it's this weekend. I could be mistaken, but I think it's this weekend in Amiota that the first round of provincial qualifying for 40 provincials gets underway.
Right on. Well, Nathan, I want to thank you for your time this evening. Appreciate the insight on the Westman and the 4. Anything you want to end on, touch up before we haven't touched?
Well, I guess, the thing out here in western Manitoba is the Wheat Kings. Everyone's wondering what's gotten into them lately since the trade deadline, trading away Clegg and Kaspick. They've struggled a lot, with younger bodies, but they're being chased now by Regina, Saskatoon, and Prince Albert, even only 10 points back of them with only about 20-25 games left. So it's going to be a tight run for the Wheat Kings down the stretch, see if they can hold on to one of those playoff spots.
As long as you still got my boy Stilio there, you should be all right. He's a stalwart. He's a hell of a player, that kid. I mean, good friend of the show, and I love watching him play growing up. So good job with Brandon holding on to him this season.
Well, we hope he's back soon. He's got a concussion he sustained last week, so hoping to see him back in the lineup soon. Thanks, guys.
Talk to you soon.
Right back after these on the Manitoba Sports Network. Thanks, buddy.
We're in our third year with the boys program. This year we've actually added girls to our program as well. We run from September till June. We have our own dorm set up now. It's a great exposure program, great development program for the fact that we're on the ice every day, and we have workouts every day. We track our kids' grades closely, so the education is the utmost importance to us. And so it's an excellent program, and of course the Canadian Sports School League is the premier league, and we're glad to be part of that.
Welcome back to the Manitoba Sports Desk here. Theo Tutkuluk with you. In this next section, brought to you by GT Hockey, we've got Mr. Corey Forbes, co-chair, coach of one of the teams. Thanks for joining us this evening, Corey. How are you this fine, beautiful Manitoba evening?
Well, it's beautiful, nice and warm out here. Nice and warm in Glenboro. There you go. So I've got to ask you this one thing. The Westman High School Hockey League has expanded from 14 to 19 teams. How has the competition been thus far this year with the extra 5 teams? Very good. So we've got one regular season game left, and that's Dauphin versus Souris heading up tomorrow night. Not really much playoff implications. We dive right into playoffs, right? So let's quickly touch on the championship wildcard teams. We have Neepawa taking on Deloraine. Does Neepawa have a shot in taking out Deloraine and getting into that championship round robin? So depending on showing up, and then I'm going to ask you the exact same question with regards to Verdun and Rem. Does Verdun have a shot at really being a spoiler, taking in that second wildcard spot?
Yeah, those guys are tight too. Like that 7 through 10 is a pretty tight group. Like you could easily throw in 5 through 10. I'm just glad I'm sitting where I am. So.
Absolutely. So how was this decided? This wild card scenario, getting 2 teams into the top 8, and then the 3 wild card games in the consolation. Who was deciding that, and was that something that the league decided as a group?
Yeah, that was something we talked about in the fall with 19 teams. We didn't know exactly how things were going to run. We didn't want a top 16, 1 versus 16. Nobody wanted that. So then we just said, okay, let's go with the top 8. We split into 3 divisions, and we said, okay, we got to go with first place in the division. If you win your division, you're getting ranked in the top 3. You get second in your division, you get 4, 5, 6, and then we'll play a wild card from 7 through 10.
So you're absolutely awarding and rewarding the top 8 teams throughout regular season play, which I think is great, because I agree with you, a 16th team shouldn't have a chance really taking on a first seed. So we've got the Elite 8 pretty much set up after this week. Of those 8 teams, does anybody have a chance against Massey? I mean, they went undefeated this year, and Dauphin being in the second rank. Of those 2 teams, which one has the upper hand, or which one's more playoff tested? I mean, your team as well. I mean, you guys could be one of those dark horses that could take it to the finals as well.
Yeah, haven't played with both. They're both like really good teams. Massey's solid right through their 3 or 4 lines. I think they run. It's just like you're playing them, you have no idea.
Right.
Going up against you unless you see that Hamilton kid out there. But I think the top 8 are tough against Massey.
Okay, so then we have this. Is it single elimination for the top 8, Elite 8? Okay, so then we have a final between the 2 teams. Now, is it possible that one of those 2 teams, or maybe both those teams, end up going into provincials and then getting seeded against the Winnipeg teams?
You know what? It just depends on, because for us, the league play doesn't really affect our provincials. So, like this weekend coming up, we actually have a provincial playoff weekend. So all of our AAA teams are headed to Russell for a single elimination tournament, and then our triple and quad A teams are headed to Hamilton. So they'll play off, and this is like by Sunday we'll know who our provincial reps are.
So
we have playoffs kind of like we're starting playoffs on Wednesday, and then we'll go to this tournament this weekend, and we'll continue playoffs after that.
So the the playoff round, or the playoff rounds, the Elite 8 rounds, is totally separate to the playoff weekend that's happening this weekend, like you said, in Russell and Hamiota. Okay, so then we'll know by the end of this weekend who's going to provincials against the Winnipeg teams. Wow, that's exciting news. Now, which team looks to be the best suited for this quick tournament this weekend?
Again, that's probably it's a choice to go in or not. You can say you're in or you're out. But Massey
Right on, Corey. So this is the exciting time. Kids are loving it. They're not worried about exams and homework. They're worried about playing high school hockey and finishing strong in the end of the year. So I want to thank you for your time, Corey Forbes, the co-chair, co-president of the Westman High School Hockey League, here with us here on the Manitoba Sports Desk. Thank you, Corey, for your time. Have a great rest of the evening. Hopefully the drifts aren't bad out there in Carberry. All righty, bud. Thanks very much. Theo Tutulek with the Manitoba Sports Desk. We'll be back after a couple of short breaks. Again, this section brought to you by GT Hockey.
Are you looking for a career in the salon industry? Check out Aveda Institute Winnipeg in the Exchange. What sets us apart is our student mentorship program, 95% placement rate after graduation, real-world salon experience, and network of 7,000 salons and spas. You will learn creative cut and coloring, latest trends and techniques, social media marketing, fashion shows, photo shoots, and more. Now accepting applications for 2018, so check us out and book your tour today. Aveda Institute Winnipeg. Hair school the way it should be.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012 and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
I think it's a pretty good program, getting to be on the ice every day and meeting new people from all over the world and playing with new teammates that I've never played with before.
The competition you play against is unbelievable, and there are hardly words to describe how amazing my past 3 years here have been.
I love being on the ice every day, and it's a great opportunity for girls that want to play a higher level of hockey.
The academy's great here. There's really nice people here. The town is great. It's a nice little quiet town.
I like the fact that we're on the ice every day and that we get to experience new opportunities here and get to play with different girls.
Well, I think our school has been awesome. The one-on-one situations that we have with our teachers has been great.
It's a good change, and I think that living in Canada and going to school is a great opportunity for me to learn new things.
Rory McGorn alongside Theo Tuckaluk along the Manitoba Sports Network here. MJHL report brought to you by Pembina Valley Physiotherapy, and obviously would like to thank Get Empowered, our official communications provider for cell phones, iPads, and more. Contact your authorized TELUS dealer today or getempowered.ca. MJHL action on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday's game, Winnipeg Blues beat Swan Valley 5-2. Dauphin takes out the number one team, the Steinbach Pistons, 4-3 in Steinbach. Selkirk falls 7-1 over Verdun, and OCN falls 5-4 over Winkler. Sunday, OCN back in action, suffered another loss, this time at the hands of Neepawa, 6-3, and Swan Valley beats the second place Portage Terriers 5-4 in Portage. Theo, Steinbach, Portage, Verdun, along the top of the standings, all have clinched, but the Pistons well ahead, 14 points ahead of second place Portage.
And I think the Pistons were looking forward to a little bit of a rest, not really looking at the game they were playing with a team that's not making the playoffs in the Dauphin Kings. But Dauphin coming into Steinbach's barn, a couple weeks after Miller's days, and beating them in overtime. A great way for Dauphin to kind of sum up their season and to really show that they can take out a number one squad in Steinbach in their home barn. My friend Darnell Duff, who was calling the shot for 730 CKDM, very ecstatic and excited to see the players play that well and to really show how impressive they can be to stick to a game plan and more importantly just do one for the team kind of thing.
41 wins in 52 games, so it doesn't leave a lot of room for other teams to go into Steinbach and pick up a win, let alone beat them anywhere. And Dauphin, a team that sits in 10th place right now in the MJHL standings, certainly did that, 4-3 in favor of Dauphin. What can we say about the top three teams? Steinbach, Portage, and Verdun.
Well, I'm not going to touch on Portage too much. They've got a guy named last name Leipzig that's kind of been there, know there, and he's got the pedigree to lead his team deep into the playoffs. But I'm looking at the Verdun Oil Capitals here. I mean, there's a team that's coming in, got 34 wins on the season. They did damage on Saturday, beating up OCN 7-1. And they showed that they are a team that's ready for playoffs. They're battle ready. They're playoff tested, or going to be playoff tested, and they're coming in being that third seed. And quite frankly, could have that opportunity to, once they get through that first set of playoffs, they build some momentum. They might be a hard team to stop.
Well, Winnipeg Blues right here at the Bell MTS Iceplex had a fantastic January. And one player for sure, Dexter Kuchek, named the January Player of the Month for forwards. Winnipeg, who was flirting right around that 8th place line, made a move and now have a little bit of breathing room, sitting in, I believe, 6th place in the standings, in MJHL standings. 7th place, pardon me.
Those four, like you said, the 5, 6, 7 spot is still only separated by a couple of points or two. So Winnipeg is still in that dogfight, not to face the higher seed. Obviously, if you want to go in, you don't want to have to face a Portage or a Steinbach. But nonetheless, like you said, Dexter Kuchek, second in scoring right now, I think with 79 points, and not outdone by a gentleman that we've loved to watch all season. Not the biggest guy, but the biggest heart, Jeremy Link, who was also called Goaltender of the Month for the month of January. I mean, he stood his ground for the Winnipeg Blues, and Coach Billy Keane has to be impressed with how well he did in between those pipes and keeping the games close so that the Blues had chances to win and stay in the heat for this playoff race.
Yeah, the Player of the Month awards were pretty much split between the Winnipeg Blues and the Steinbach Pistons. As we mentioned, Dexter Kuchek gets the forward of January. Jeremy Link for the Blues gets the goaltender. Steinbach had the defenseman with Darby Gula and the rookie Austin Heidemann, who is also leading rookie in scoring with 49 points in 51 games.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about Darby Gula? He's a guy that he mimics his play between like a Nicholas Cronwall and a Nicholas Lidstrom. Like, he controls the puck. He has his head up all the time. And most importantly, you rarely see him make a bad play. And if he does, he's going to put you to the boards. He's physical, he's strong, he's demanding with his play, and most importantly for the Steinbach Pistons, leading by example, putting this squad in first place, and really just showing that he is that leader on the blue line. And what can you say about Austin? I mean, he's just doing what he does best. He's great offensively. He's doing what he has to do defensively for the most part, but he's putting the puck in the net and assisting it when he can. And, you know, for a rookie to do what he's doing with a great team, obviously he gets a lot of help surrounded by some great players in Steinbach. But, I mean, he's only doing what's asked for him as a good rookie player.
Well, and then we mentioned the offense and the defense. Can't forget about goaltending, especially on a first-place team. Matthew Thiessen leads the league in goals against average with 2.03 and save percentage 924.
And we talked about him a couple weeks back about being the top goalie prospect in the CHL, especially from Manitoba. I mean, Thiessen leads in several categories, not just in wins, but they've actually got a good tandem between both goalies in Steinbach. And Thiessen is going to be that go-to guy come the playoff run to make sure that he is the strong stalwart, that steed between the pipes, so that there's going to be a lot of offense that Steinbach can feed off of his great defensive goaltending play.
Dauphin Kings forward Wilson Northey, committed to Wisconsin Stevens Point, Division III NCAA school.
A Division III school, certainly no slouch of a school by any chance. The gentleman had 9 goals, 12 assists, so it tallied him 21 points this year. But the key 2 ingredients to his game was his strength of play. I mean, he had 51 PIMs, but out of his 9 goals, 5 came on the power play. So it shows you he's able to have a great shot, a great presence on the power play, but as well play tough and strong and be that dependable workhorse and be that strength for the penalties as well. So good luck to him. Congratulations getting to you with Stevens Point. I mean, you know what? Anytime you get committed to a Division III school, Division I school, you're furthering your education. And I mean, growing up, that was the one thing that I always said. If you can further your education with some sort of athletics and have it being paid for, have it being slightly paid for, more power to you, because you know what? No one's ever going to take that education away from you. Congratulations, Wilson. We look forward to seeing how well you do next year.
Season wraps up March 3rd, 2 games this week, 1 tomorrow. Winkler heads into Selkirk to take on the Steelers, and Verdun in Wayway. Both those games tomorrow. Wednesday, we got a trio of games as Dauphin visits OCN, Portage right here at the Bell MTS Iceplex to take on the Blues, and Swan Valley in Neepawa wraps up your week in the MJHL. Season wraps up March 3rd. 3 teams have clinched. That's not a lot of time to find out the rest of the shuffling. Right now you have Swan Valley in 8th place. 5 points up in 7th are the Blues. Tied with them in 6th are the Steelers. You mentioned that. 5th, OCN, only 2 points up on them. So within 10 points you have 5 positions.
I think you look at the play of Winnipeg, especially in January and the early part of February. They have that chance, I think, to leapfrog Selkirk, because I don't think Selkirk is playing their best hockey right now.
OCN, possibly even Winkler all the way into 4th.
You know, Winkler is playing really well, and I think they've got that 4th spot pretty much solid up. But I think 5, 6, and 7, they're jockeying for positions, and like any good greyhound, whoever catches that bunny first is going to get the eye on the prize.
All MJHL report was brought to you by Pembina Valley Physiotherapy and Sports Injury Center. Rory McGore and Theo Tuchteluk with you along the Manitoba Sports Network. We will be right back with Aaron Wilgosh, who we all know is going to go in deep and around everything Central Plains related. So stay tuned to that on the Manitoba Sports Desk on the Manitoba Sports Network.
Are you looking for a career in the salon industry? Check out Aveda Institute Winnipeg in the Exchange. What sets us apart is our student mentorship program, 95% placement rate after graduation, real-world salon experience, and network of 7,000 salons and spas. You will learn creative cut and coloring, latest trends and techniques, social media marketing, fashion shows, photo shoots, and more. Now accepting applications for 2018, so check us out and book your tour today. Aveda Institute Winnipeg. Hair school the way it should be.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funk's Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funk's Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
I think it's a pretty good program, getting to be on the ice every day and meeting new people from all over the world and playing with new teammates that I've never played with before.
The competition you play against is unbelievable, and there are hardly words to describe how amazing my past 3 years here have been.
I love being on the ice every day, and it's a great opportunity for girls that want to play a higher level of hockey.
The academy's great here. There's really nice people here. The town is great. It's a nice little quiet town.
I like the fact that we're on the ice every day and that we get to experience new opportunities here and get to play with different girls.
Well, I think our school has been awesome. The one-on-one situations that we have with our teachers has been great.
It's a good change, and I think that living in Canada and going to school is a great opportunity for me to learn new things.
Welcome back to the Manitoba Sports Desk. Rory McGore and Theo Tutkaluk. Aaron Wilgosh out in Central Plains. What's going on?
Not much, boys. Just got back from a hockey game and an amazing Terrier game last night. Unfortunately, they lost it, though, to the Swan Valley Stampeders.
Well, this segment with Aaron is brought to you by Mainline Motors in Verdon and Bertel. Aaron, we'll start there. We just left off with the MJHL report. We talked about the Portage Terriers, the Steinbach Pistons, Verdon Oil Caps, all clinched. You mentioned that you were just calling a couple games over the weekend. How did Portage look?
Well, they absolutely obliterated the Dauphin Kings on Friday night, but then Swan Valley, it took them a little while to get going. And it's just that desperation of Swan Valley. You can see it starting to set in now with Meepowa right on their heels, 2 points back in 9th place. So they came out flying, and after a scoreless first period, Meepowa hopped all over them. It was up 3-1, or Meepowa, Swan Valley rather. And the Terriers, they climbed back. They don't have that grit. They're still a small team. Like Jeremy Leipzig, McIsaac, Brakel, they're not big boys. They have a lot of strength though, with like McCoskey and Oliver on the back end. But up front, they're a real finesse team. And if you can get on them and play the body on them and get them frustrated, they seem to fall apart. But in this game, it was just one or two bad bounces that found their way in the back of the net. And Swan Valley did a good job holding off the late attack. Terriers managed to get one with the goaltender pulled at the end with 50 seconds left, made it exciting, but they still couldn't come back to tie it up. But the real story to watch is that Swan Valley and Meepowa battle for that 8th and final playoff spot with 2 points out. Those are two teams that are going to be just playing their best hockey leading down this final month.
So now that you guys have clinched, it's a look at standing, shuffling around. Is there a team that Portage has favored best against, or maybe a team that's around that 7th, 6th, 8th, where it's really tight, that they've had troubles with throughout the season that they maybe don't want to see in that 7th spot where it looks like they're going to play?
Yeah, I would have to say the Stampeders. I mean, even in Swan Valley, Portage just had trouble out there. They've gone to shootouts out there, and like they've won, but still, going to a shootout with the 7th place team, they seem to just struggle against them this year. You know, Meepowa hasn't really been too much of a trouble if they can manage to climb their way up there. Winnipeg always gives them a lot of trouble as well, but I'm sure they'll finish higher than that 7th place. It's Swan Valley. That's my team. If I'm Blake Spiller, I do not want to face the Swan Valley Stampeders going in.
Right on. So Portage sits 1 point up on the Verdun Oil Caps, as we see right now, but they've got a game in hand. Couple weeks left in the season. Which regular season games, or how does Portage view these next couple weeks of games and, you know, getting them prepared for the playoff run?
Well, it's tough, right? The players see that X next to their name on the standings, and like, what else do you do? Their boys will be boys, right? You see that X and you maybe just let off a little. Oh, I'm not going to back check this shift. We're already in the playoffs. What does it matter? But Blake Spiller and Paul Harlan, they do a good job. They let them know, like, if you're not playing, you're not going to see the ice time, and we'll get someone in there that is. And they really have been juggling around the bottom 6 forwards. We've seen Jared Roy in and out of the lineup, Joey Moffat going from the 4th line to the 2nd line to the 3rd line. Braden Billany going from the 3rd line to the 2nd line. We've even seen defenders playing center. So Blake's just shuffling everything up right now, just trying to find a good combination that's going to give them that momentum down the stretch drive. It's not really about worrying about who they're going to be playing or even Verdun nipping at their heels. It's tightening things up and solidifying that Portage Terrier style of hockey.
So for the coaches doing this amongst the defensemen and the forwards, is it more of keeping the game exciting for these last 4 or 5 regular season games instead of getting into like a stalemate, if you will, like getting stuck in the, the dirt, the mud, and kind of keeping things exciting, saying, hey, you're playing center and you're playing lefty, and maybe we'll throw a goalie in the mix, who knows? But I mean, the Portage Terriers they're a playoff pedigree team. And I mean, they have that excellence when it comes to the second season. How much is McIsaac and Brakel and Leipzig? How are the 3 of those players, going to say to themselves, okay, we've played to this echelon all year, and now we got to ramp it up. We got to find that 5th and that 6th gear. Do those players, I mean, outside of those 3, how are they going to lead by this example come playoff run?
Well, it's been awesome. Chase Brakel just returned to the lineup on Friday night against Dauphin. He had a goal and 3 assists. Then he had another 2 points last night against Swan Valley. So he came right back in from injury, and he's leading by example as the captain. As for Leipzig and McIsaac, they're both. It's tough. The real star right now has been Ty Enns. He's got a crazy shot. He just won Recycle Everywhere Player of the Week. He's starting to back check a lot more. They really had to bang that into him, but it's that 3rd and 2nd line scoring that they're getting, because lines are starting to key on Brakel, Leipzig, and Sokolowski, who's the centerman on that line right now, just because they know how dangerous they are down low. Once they get that cycle going, they're hard to contain. And you see that a lot. It's just the scoring touch is hard for them to find. The 2nd and 3rd lines, they're doing what they know they need to do. Dump and chase, get pucks toward the net, and either score deflection goals or take the quick pass off to the side and bang it in a wide open cage. And that's what we've been seeing from them, is that 2nd and 3rd line. In fact, the 2nd line of Ty Barnstable, Turner Ripplinger, and Ty Enns has been promoted to that 1st line now, while Brakel, Sokolowski, and Leipzig are now the 2nd line. So they're kind of just really shifting things up, like you said, getting different players in and out of positions. Troy Williams, a defenseman, played center on the 3rd line, and he looked good. The guy likes to pinch in. They've got defense that can move the puck and jump into play whenever they want, especially like Mackenzie Dwyer. I believe he's still 2nd or 3rd in league defensive scoring. So there's threats all over the Portage Terrier lineup, and it's just about getting them all to click, all on the same page, and that's what Blake Spiller and Paul Harlan do. They make sure if you're not giving it 100%, you're not going to be in the lineup the next night.
Portage, in 2 days from now, will be right here at the Bell MTS Iceplex to take on the Blues. Blues have been hot in the month of January and coming into February. What can you expect in the matchup 2 days from now?
Those two teams always have a good battle. I don't want to say they have a rivalry, because everyone has a rivalry in the MPHL. You see these teams so many times, you're going to build a little bit of a hatred. But every game that I used to go to back when I would call the games on the radio station a couple of years ago, it was great at the Iceplex. The energy between those two teams, there's just an anger between them. It's not a hatred. They play mean. They go into the corners. They're not afraid to try for the open ice hits, and every now and again it can be a shootout, and if it gets into one of those, see a 6-5 score, maybe even going into a shootout, because those are two good teams. Like you were saying, Winnipeg's got a lot of good talent. It's just about getting them all to play the same way.
So in high school hockey here, you got both their teams in the playoffs?
The PCI Saints, they are in the Winnipeg Women's High School Hockey League CTV Division playoffs. They had their game 1 of their best-of-3 series against River East tonight, and they won 2-1. It was a tight game. River East actually won the season series. They beat PCI twice this season. PCI didn't get a single win against River East. So it was a little dicey going into the game, but the Saints managed to pull it out. Morgan Clausen, the goaltender, stood on her head in the last 5 or 6 minutes, turning away so many shots. The River East Kodiaks, they pulled their goalie with about 3 minutes left and were just peppering her. But they turned her away and they got the win. That's actually their first Game 1 playoff series win in at least 4 or 5 years. It's going back a little while now. The Saints always have trouble in that Game 1, but they got it done today and retained their home advantage. And the PCI Trojans, they won their Survivor Series game. They're actually on the ice right now in Winkler taking on the W.C. Miller Aces, which is going to be a tough game because the Aces are the top team in the league, and they are good. Beat Portage by double digits each time, so unless Jaden Pache can stand on his head, the goaltender for the Trojans, it's probably going to be a really one-sided game.
Right on. So let's change topics once again here on you, Aaron. The Central Plain AAA boys and girls, how are they faring up? How are they wrapping up the season?
Well, the female midget team, the girls just got back from Calgary. They were out there for a tournament, played 5 games in probably about 78, 79 hours, something like that, all against stiffer competition, U21 teams and things like that. So they didn't win any games out there, but the competition was so much better than anything they're going to see in Manitoba. It's definitely going to help their effort level and just how they're going into this playoff series, because the Manitoba Female Midget Hockey League playoffs begin, well, Wednesday night here with the Caps and the Wildcats, the Western Wildcats. Game 1 is Wednesday night, so the season series between those two teams, that's 2-2-1 for the Caps. So very even, could go either way, but the last 2 games, the Caps were shut out 4-0 and 3-0. So they're scoreless against them in 140 minutes, something like that. So the Caps are going to have to find their scoring touch if they want to beat the Wildcats.
So Aaron, are these single elimination games, best of 3s? What are they looking at? So best of 5, okay.
Best of 5 series for the Manitoba Female Midget, in the first round. Actually, it'll be best of 5 all the way through. And same as the boys, overtime, continuous overtime, and I mean their battles. This is high caliber women's hockey, and they're allowed to play physical. They go into the corner, and you see some real good body checks. It's the positioning. You don't see those open ice big hits that you see in midget AAA, but you really see those corner battles where you really got to position, get your position on the girl, and rub her out, and then make sure to clear that puck quickly. These are good hockey games. If you can make it out to Portage La Prairie to check out one of these games, I would definitely say do so. It's some of the best women's hockey in the province by far.
Riley Funk, as the All-Star teams have been announced, gets into the second team All-Star for a forward position. I mean, if he plays all the games, he's a shoo-in for the first team All-Star.
Yeah, I would say so. He's played a third of the games compared to most of the other players, and he's a beast. I mean, he hits 6'3" off of skates, so put him on skates, he's even bigger. He's starting to thicken up, and everything he learned from his time with the Terriers, he's implementing at the Manitoba AAA level, and it's dominance. You can see it. He goes into the corner, and 2 defense have to go at him. Otherwise, he's just going to out-muscle them with one arm and find an open man. It's what he's been doing ever since he's gotten back, and he doesn't want to change how he's playing, because he wants the Terriers to see that he can still put out numbers. He got called up a couple of games ago for a Nipawin game, and he did great there too, so I'm sure he'll see some playoff hockey with the Terriers if they need him. And with 6 games left, I think, for most teams in the Manitoba AAA League, they've got Southwest coming up. They're 3 points back of Southwest for that final playoff spot. That is going to be a serious game. That's going to be one of those 4-point swing games. And over the weekend, the Caps beat Brandon, the number 1 team. 5-2, I believe, was the final score. Then they beat Norman 6-0 on Saturday, but what does Southwest do? They win both of their games too, so you can't gain any ground in this league where the bottom teams are starting to roll, which is scary for those top teams, because as these teams are pushing for a playoff spot, they're just getting better and better. And with the Wheat Kings falling to the Capitals this week and getting taken to overtime the week before, I don't want to play them in the first round. I'm really hoping Southwest can hold on to that final playoff spot. But, I mean, it all comes down to these next few games for the Capitals. They have to keep winning, and they've got to pray for some other teams to take out Southwest once or twice so they can gain some ground. It's tough.
Now, a win against Brandon is where you want to start on the final stretch run of the season, searching for that 8th place position.
Yeah, what a crazy weekend in the Manitoba AAA League. There was a 20-1 win. Somebody scored 20 goals. The Thrashers, I think it was.
The Wild beat Norman 20-1.
That's what it was. And actually, congratulations go to Kyle Bettens. He just signed on with Bemidji State, so that was a big signing for him and an 8-point night in that game for himself. So craziness in the Manitoba AAA League. I always say it's some of the best hockey in the province, and on a good night, it's better than junior.
Yeah, another hit for the Wild there. I think they went on to beat Interlake 13-1 the following day. So, and I believe Bettens might have had another 5 points there too. So, Bemidji State sure found themselves a heck of a hockey player.
Yeah, as of right now, and you know, that's the way to do it. These boys are smart. They're going to these colleges, they're signing on with schools, and they're getting themselves an education while playing the sport they love. It's genius. And same thing for girls. Right now, women's hockey is exploding all across America, and Canada for that matter, and girls are finding themselves with scholarships being dropped into their lap just because they're pretty decent at a sport.
Well, Aaron Wilgosh, thank you so much for joining us and filling us in. Everything Central Plains. I'm sure we'll be right back here next week and getting caught up on the AAA boys and girls high school. Actually, you want to give us a quick Islanders shout out there, because they're in a series in the playoffs as well, are they not?
Yeah, Southeastern Manitoba Hockey League, actually. The Portage Islanders, they're going up against the Carmen Beavers. They've played each other in every playoff since the Islanders returned 3 years ago. So this is the same thing as every year. They're both two hard-working teams with skilled players that just kind of struggled this season. They didn't have those numbers that they put up last year, which is probably one of the reasons why they're a little lower in the standings. But this is going to be a good one. It's going to go 5 games, and I'm going to have to give it to the Islanders. They did win the season series, and none of the games were close. They were all blowouts by 5 or 6 goals for both teams. So I give it to the Islanders in 5 games, but this is going to be one of those ones where they might suffer a few injuries because they like to play physical.
Aaron Wilgosh with the Portage Daily Graphic. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
You too. That segment's brought to you by Mainline Motors in Vernon and Burnell. We'll be right back here with our AAA hockey reports on the Manitoba Sports Desk along the Manitoba Sports Network.
Are you looking for a career in the salon industry? Check out Aveda Institute Winnipeg in the Exchange. What sets us apart is our student mentorship program, 95% placement rate after graduation, real-world salon experience, and network of 7,000 salons and spas. You will learn creative cut and coloring, latest trends and techniques, social media marketing, fashion shows, photo shoots, and more. Now accepting applications for 2018, so check us out and book your tour today. Aveda Institute Winnipeg. Hair school the way it should be. At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind, with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
Welcome to MB Seeds. I'm Matt and this is B, and we're a family-run business. We've been operating since 2012 and we sell canola, soybeans, corn, wheat, barley, oats, and peas. We also run a cleaning facility on site just south of Low Farm where we can clean almost anything that you can grow. Come check us out today.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Curia with Farm Fitness. We're located in Ildershay, Manitoba. We do everything from personal training, group training classes, yoga and flexible steel. We also focus on young athletes. We do not only just the strength and conditioning, but the agility, power, rotational control and strength, and flexibility, stability, and mobility is always super important. You can find us at farmfitness.ca and come check us out.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funk's Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funk's Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
I think it's a pretty good program, getting to be on the ice every day and meeting new people from all over the world and playing with new teammates that I've never played with before.
The competition you play against is unbelievable, and there are hardly words to describe how amazing my past 3 years here have been.
I love being on the ice every day, and it's a great opportunity for girls that want to play a higher level of hockey.
The academy's great here. There's really nice people here. The town is great. It's a nice little quiet town.
I like the fact that we're on the ice every day and that we get to experience new opportunities here and get to play with different girls.
Well, I think our school has been awesome. The one-on-one situations that we have with our teachers has been great.
It's a good change, and I think that living in Canada and going to school is a great opportunity for me to learn new things.
Welcome back inside Bell MTS Iceplex, Manitoba Sports Desk, AAA segment here brought to you by CM Engrave and Super 8 West. Theo, we talked a little bit of a AAA with Aaron, breaking down last weekend's games, pardon me. Wild over Norman 20-1. 11 different goal scorers, 16 different point getters. Kyle Bettens, 8 points, 3 goals, 5 assists.
Kind of a mismatch, if you will, between these two teams. Wild definitely taking advantage of their opponent. What can you say? It was basically a practice.
74 shots on goal.
It was a shooting range. It was a practice. It was all hands on deck. It was, okay, you guys don't need to be coached anymore. Maybe you do need a coach. Maybe we need to have an extra practice here. I mean, 20-1 is quite a score. I mean, Roy, when do you say to your team, okay, that's enough goal scoring?
First place team in the league, I'm not sure if you ever can. You only are one win up on Brandon. So it's not like you have separated yourself from the second, the third, the fourth place team by a wide margin. Brandon's only 2 points back on them for first place in the league. It just so happened that Wild were on their A game. Meanwhile, Norman in last place maybe, is looking forward to next season more than they are the remaining 5 or 6 games this year.
I think they're looking forward to the snow melting and figuring out who got an optional sport to play in the off season. But I mean, we look at the Friday night game being 20-1, and then we look at their following game against the Interlake. I mean, 13-1 there.
33-2 over the weekend for the Wild isn't too shabby for the first place Winnipeg Wild.
And they're leading the Brandon Wheat Kings by, I think, 61 goals now, goals for as a team. I mean, when you have a 33-goal weekend, I think it's kind of hard to say that you aren't a good offensive team. The funny stat I got to bring up, though, in that 20-1 shellacking, they were only 1 for 2 on the power play, which was a 50% rate, but nonetheless only getting 2 power plays the whole game. I mean, they did what they had to do, but I mean, hey, you know what? This team is unbelievable from top to bottom, offensive juggernaut. If there was a word I had to use, it would be that word, juggernaut. These guys know how to score. They are led by their best player in Bettens. He's got a supporting cast. Like you said, 11 players. They probably had another 4 or 5 score on the following game as well. So, I mean, it's crazy what they're doing. And you know what? They're ready to get going for playoffs.
Absolutely. All-star teams were also announced earlier this week. On the first team, goalie Trent Miner from the Brandon Wheat Kings joins Dackman Hunt on defense for the Wheat Kings, and forwards Nolan Ritchie and Lyndon McCollum, all from Brandon, getting onto the first team All-Star. Joining them are defenseman Chad Nychuk from Yellowhead and Kyle Bettens, of course, with 83 points throughout the season so far as he leaves the league. Joins the 2 Brandon Wheat King forwards on the first team. Second team honors go to Miles Miner, the goaltender for the Wild, Colby Jaquette from the Bruins, and Cole DeConnick from Eastman on the blue line. And forwards Ty Nakins, Jason Sisson from the Bruins, and Riley Funk, we mentioned earlier, from Central Plains, who maybe played 1/3 of what everyone else has played in games, but still gets on the second team All-Star. So congratulations to every one of them. Players of the month, Zachary Falk. 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points in the 10 games played in the month of January. Defense, Corey King from Southwest. He had 12 points in 10 games played. And the goalie, Riley Wallace, picks up 6 wins and a shutout. .933 save percentage to go along with those. Wraps up the players of the month for January. Playoffs begin March 2nd here in the AAA Midget Manitoba standings. And the Wild, after dominating performance, going 33-2, goals 4 goals against in the 2 games on the weekend, look to be poised to making another run and defending their championship.
They do, and you know what? Right behind them is the Brandon Wheat Kings, and we mentioned, 3 of those 6 positions on the first team belong to the Wheat Kings. They lost the game on Friday, 7-2 Central Plains, but they come back storming 13-1 against the Bruins. Later on in the weekend, they probably had one of those lights-out skating-only practices in between, or they had a good discussion with their coaches and their development crew there. I mean, both those teams, 1A, 1B, they're going to be right there at the end, I think. You're really going to have a hard time dethroning one of those 2 teams. And quite frankly, I mean, regardless of the personal accolades, I mean, if I was a coach and I was trying to explain to my teams and my best players, this is all for naught unless this is a team game. And last time I checked, the game of hockey is probably one of the best team games you could possibly play. I don't think it's going to be anything less than a championship for either one of those teams come the finals. And I think that's what they're looking forward to, is hoisting the championship at the end of the season.
Well, you can look into the skater statistics as well, and it belongs to Wild and Brandon in the top 5. Kyle Bettens leads the way, followed by Nolan Ritchie of Brandon, then Zach Falk of the Wild, and then 2 Brandon players in Brett Paddock and Dylan Halliday. Goalie stats, Trent Miner of Brandon, who has consistently stood on his head, leads in both goals against average and save percentage, 1.64 goals against, .941 save percentage. So you're right. These 2 teams have shown that they are the cream of the crop in the Manitoba Major AAA standings, and come playoff time, you're going to see quite possibly it come down to them two in the final.
You look at these two teams, and they're built basically like all-star teams. And it's nice to see Riley Wallace getting the Player of the Month for the goaltender. I mean, we probably see Minor and Miles back and forth on a monthly basis. And it's nice to see Wallace get his name in there, as mentioned, for the monthly award for the best goaltender. That team's creeping up. I mean, they've just got 2 wins above 500, but they're creeping into those late playoff spots. So good for them to see them finish up strong. But, I mean, you know what? In order to become the king, you got to dethrone the king. And right now it's Brandon, and right now it's the Wild.
Well, AAA report here, and the Manitoba Sports Desk brought to you by Funk's Toyota. Rory and Theo with you. Switching over to AAA girls weekend games. Westman and Interlake played both on Saturday and on Sunday. Westman got the better of Interlake both times. Saturday score 7-1. Sunday score a little closer, 3-2. But the Winnipeg Avros sit on top of the league in the AAA midget girls standings.
Yeah, I think they have just 5 losses so far this year. So, I mean, they've played consistently. They've got a great up-and-down game. But more importantly, it's a team commitment that they have. I mean, they move the puck, all 5 players. They play strong defensive positioning. In the games that I do watch in the highlights, I do see a lot of goal side play. The other thing they do very well is control the rebound. Second and third rebounds are cleared away consistently by the Avros, not giving their opposition another chance at a loose puck or a rebound goal. And what can you say about them? They have some great goal scorers, and they lead by example. They rush the puck well, all 5, into the offensive zone.
Well, before we wrap up, I mean, a big congratulations to the 9 female players who made Team Manitoba in the U18 National Championships here. Haley Oswald, Brianne Dondo, Camille Enns, Julie McLennan, Tori Williams, Taylor Coward, Mackenzie McCollum, Morgan Ramsey, and Jessie Sumaling. Obviously, big congratulations goes out to all of them in the AAA Midget Hockey League making the Under-18 National Championship.
Absolutely. It's a good array of teams that are being represented here by those 9 players. The bottom line is congratulations, like you said, Rory, and hopefully they represent Manitoba well. You play those players a lot. Most importantly, maybe you've built that chemistry between the players as well as you play them, but as well as you don't play them. Play to your strengths, have a great job, and have a lot of fun out there representing Manitoba.
Well, Rory and Theo Tutkaluk joining you, wrapping up what was another week of Manitoba Sports Desk, Manitoba Amateur Sports covered right here. Theo, one more week of playoffs, of teams vying for getting in the playoffs here in Manitoba. Can't beat this time of year.
You know what? It's the most exciting time of the year. Forget Christmas and Santa Claus. You've got small-town communities. You got teams vying to get into those playoff spots. I can't wait to see it all settled up and see who's going to be who and where everyone's going to be settling up. Whether or not people are going to be shining golf clubs come March, or whether or not they get to sharpen the sticks for another set of playoffs. I'll be looking forward to watching some hockey. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing some of these small towns. Like we had Wayne on here. Like some of these 15,000 seat teams, some of these teams only have 600 in the population. Go support those community squads. You'll see some great action, some goals, some assists, maybe a couple of bench line brawls. Who knows? It's going to be good tilt action all week long.
Well, we'd like to thank Get Empowered, our official communications provider for cell phones, iPads, and more. Contact your authorized TELUS dealer or getempowered.ca. That's going to do it for this week of the Sports Desk. Rory McGorn, Theo Tutkaluk, thank you so much for joining us along the Manitoba Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funks Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funks Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.